Marsha Perez's book, From Wound to Scar, has already made a powerful impact across South Africa. The Soweto launch was unforgettable and unrivaled. Durban brought the energy and the unmistakable Zulu warmth. Cape Town matched the beauty of the mountain with the courage and enthusiasm of its people. This weekend, the journey continues as it becomes Bloemfontein's turn to come and hear the story behind the scars. Saturday, 26 July at 9 a.m. 60 Oliver Tambo Road, Bloemfontein.
When we say we are women, we mean that we are brave, we are strong, we are capable, we are unique, we are woman to woman.
Good afternoon, South Africa. Good afternoon, Africa. We have come a long way throughout the month of July with lots of great things happening throughout the country. Good afternoon, Toko.
Good afternoon, Marsha, and good afternoon to our viewers from everywhere.
You know, I love the month of July. I really loved this month because we had the launch of the book and many special things. But it's never so exciting like coming to the month of August, Women's Month in South Africa.
You can compare.
We can, né?
Yes.
And I want you to start by inviting you to make a point of being with us every Friday, 5 Fridays, from the month of August. Why? Because we are, again, learning lessons from the bright women from 1956 and how to apply those lessons in our life 2025.
Today. Exactly.
We're going to be talking about courage, no, actually fear, then courage and strength. Did I hook you for the month of August? That was our intention, isn't that?
Yeah, that's true. And you know, it's good that you hooked them, just for them to think about that. Because sometimes we think we have courage and we do not have. Sometimes we think, I don't have fear, and you find out that you have fear. Actually, you are afraid most of the time because you have no courage to do certain things. So it means that you're afraid.
I'm already excited for August, but let us get down to business for the month of July. We're still reflecting on some of the main issues that we spoke about in the book. And today I think we have a very big one. One that has caused marks in many women and men alike. Rejection.
Exactly.
Toko, were you ever rejected?
Many times. The funny thing is that at home, no. But later on, because I had never faced rejection in my life, because my family, we never had that. Even if you're a troublemaker, my father used to say, we don't have a dustbin for family. So they would try to reform you as a person. But later on, I felt it feels very painful. It's very painful. It's a painful thing to go through. And I wonder those that went through in the family.
That's what I say. Now we can imagine, we can put ourselves in their place, and I can relate to that.
Exactly.
Those who started experiencing rejection from a very young age. Today, I have Gugu with us here. Good afternoon to you, Gugu.
Hello, Miss Marsha.
Nice to have you here.
I am glad to be here also.
I know your story starts at a very young age. And I know you have lived a crazy life at the age of 13, isn't that?
Yes.
Can you share with us what happened at that stage and the decisions that you made?
So when I was 13 years old, I was staying with my aunt, and I had to move from my aunt now to go stay with my other aunt. And when I got that side, life was different. with my other aunt, I used to be in the house. There was discipline. We were not allowed to go to places. But when I got this side now with my other aunt, it was freedom. Everybody could do whatever they want, go in and out whenever they want.
13?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So when I got that side, I had a cousin also who was the same age with me. She was a girl also. And when I got there, because I got there, she was my age, I could go with her and learn the place because we are the same age. So I used to follow her around and go with her wherever she'd go. But I saw Guti, life that side was fast. She was already going places like to drink, to smoke, nightclubs.
At the age of 13 as well?
Yes. It's not like maybe at home they were allowing her, but she was going to those places because now there was not that thing, Guti, you're not allowed to go out at this time. So no one was monitoring you. Nobody was guiding you and things like that.
So you guys enjoyed total freedom.
Total freedom.
Which were the places you had gone to?
I would go to clubs to drink, and I would even go away from home like maybe 3 days, 2 days like that, and come back maybe after some days.
What would you do during those 3 days?
We would go to different places. We would go visit a friend, maybe in the close areas that we are, stay in that friend's house, go out to drink at night, come back in the morning, go out again the next day, drink again until...
What I want to understand is that you said that you were 13, both of you at 13 years old, then you go to drink, you go to nightclubs. Then the aunt who's supposed to be your guardian, where was she that moment? Would she just tell you, no, you can go, and then she's at home, or also she had her own life?
I think one of the things, she had her own life also. And also she didn't have that strong hand to... The children were just in charge, actually. She would talk, she would say, Guti, no, don't do this. No, it's not right, you're going the wrong way. But at the end of the day, she would tell us, Guti, at the end of the day, it's your life. It's your decision. What you do here is going to be your problem. I have lived my life and I am where I am, but this is your life.
How many children were you?
It was me, my cousin, and the 2 sons.
All of you would do whatever you want?
All of us would do whatever. The younger son was young, so he didn't really have to do all that.
Do you regret some of the decisions you made those days?
I think I regret most of the decisions that I made those days.
Tell us some of them.
I regret like following friends around, and I regret how I had no voice for myself. I would just follow what people do just to fit in and things like that.
Yeah.
Did you get involved with alcohol?
Yes.
Drugs?
Not drugs.
No.
What about
Relationships?
guys? Yes.
Lots of guys?
Yes.
At that age, were you not afraid of falling pregnant?
I don't think it crossed my mind. I wouldn't think like that. It never came to a point where I would think, what would happen if I got pregnant?
And let alone being pregnant, being sick.
Yeah.
Being sick. You never thought of that as well?
I didn't think like that.
What were the worst things you had done?
The worst things that I done would be going out at night and then drinking with people, with finding a guy to drink with. And then when we come out of that place, we'd go with boys. So these boys now would tell him, okay, this person has money. So we'd lure the person out of the bar so that they can rob him.
So I'm shocked. I'm shocked. All right. So what would happen? You will go and lure the guy to buy drinks for you, alcohol and all that. Then you are with other guys.
Yes.
After drinking, these guys, they'll rob the person who was helping you drink there in the pub. Wow.
It was a scheme.
It was a scheme. We always came there with people that like our boyfriends. We always came with people that were our boyfriends. But when we got there, we didn't know each other. We'd find new people to drink with. So while we drink with those people, then at the end, we like, okay, we can go, let's go. But when we're outside, we just run away and then they would rob him.
And how was your relationship, or what was the base of your relationship with those guys? It was just an agreement. We do my part, we ladies do this part and you do that part, or were you connected?
We were connected. It's like we were dating them at that time.
Wow. What was the worst moment? Did you ever see yourself risking your life or the police coming?
Yes, I think when the police came one day, like the police caught us somewhere, me and my friends. Yes, they caught us somewhere when we were drinking, and then they had to take us home. Even though my aunt would talk and talk, but she didn't know exactly what life we were living. So when the police brought us home, they had to take us home one by one. So I was very scared that day, and that would be the worst day. But when we got home then, my aunt was not there. Only my brother, the big brother, was there. So that was the worst day. The police got there. They told them about the life that we are living and drinking and robbing people and at a young age and things like that. So my brother that day, he acted like my guardian. He acted like my guardian, and then he received me and he said he's going to talk to my aunt. My aunt never knew about it at the end of the day, but it was the worst thing because I was very scared if she would find out.
Did she?
She didn't find out about that day.
And what did your brother do?
He sat me down, he talked me down, and he explained to me, because most of the time when I grew up, I was always told about how my mother died. And so he sat me down and he explained to me that part, do you want to die now like your mother?
Did you give ears to him? Did you stop that behavior?
No. No, I didn't. I continued.
So even the way he spoke to you, like telling you, do you want to die the same way your mother died? So that didn't even help?
It did touch me a little, but when my friends came, it's like, it's gone. So when I was still living that life, my aunt said, Uguti, she could handle her children maybe doing that, because if they die, it would be on her. But if I died in this situation, people would talk things about her, would say, why didn't you
They would blame her.
Yes, they would blame her. So this is the time when she said to me, okay, I think you need to go back to your aunt, where you used to live now. And then I went back to my aunt. When I got there, they got me a school, because I already dropped out of school that side.
Oh.
Yes, so they
How old were you by then?
I think I was 17.
17.
Yes.
In principle, you should have been in school, but you were not. Now you went back to the first aunt who took care of you.
Yes. When I got there, she put me back to school. I was going to school and I was at home. Then there was discipline, there was order. I couldn't do whatever I want. Yes. And then while I was staying with my aunt, one day I came from school and then I found my two now cousins. But we call each other sisters. So my two sisters, they were ready and about to go out. I'm like, guys, where are you going? They're like, I know, stay. I'm like, can I come with you? And then they were like, okay, come, let's go. We went. When I followed them, they were going to a club, like a pub, something like that. When we got there, this is where now I met a guy. He approached us and he was like, hi, I like you. Can I talk to you outside? I asked my cousins, Guti, what can I do? They said, no, go ahead, we are here. We went outside, he just greeted me, and then he's like, can I take you to a shop to buy something? Then I was like, okay, let me just tell my sisters. Went in, told them, they're like, okay, you can go and come back. I went in the shop, I went in the car, we went to the shops, and he said, I can choose whatever I want. Got in there, took whatever I wanted, and then when we got out, we went back to my cousins. So when I got there, they were like, where did you go? Then I showed them, this is what he said, and this and that. And then they were like, yo, this guy is a good guy, ne? You must really like keep him close. I'm like, okay, yeah. And then that day we went drinking at night, and then at night they took us home. But when I got home, it was a thing of this guy, he doesn't even know me, but he acted with kindness, gentleness, and he even went about to buy me things. Then I thought to myself, Uguti, maybe the guy really, really cares for me and he likes me. So one day they sent us to the shop, and then we called him. He took us to the shop. We bought the things that they sent us, and then when we came back, I told my cousin, I'm not coming back.
You were not coming back, you are going with the guy?
Yes.
How old was he?
27.
And you were?
18.
What made you decide to live with him, that you didn't know him that close?
I think it's
The way he
because-
treated you.
So you left your family without further word and you went?
Yes.
And then?
Didn't take nothing, just went there, and then I stayed with him. They called, they tried, but no.
How long did you stay with him?
I stayed with him until I was 20. I think when I got my second daughter.
Oh, so you had a son with her?
I had
With-
my
With him.
children,
Yeah, you had children with
2
him.
daughters.
How would he treat you on daily basis?
He was still kind. He was still good. He was still kind. He was still good. And he didn't work, but he was selling drugs. He always told
Oh,
me,
wait, he didn't work, but he was a drug dealer.
yes,
Okay. And did you know that before?
not before. It's only after.
You were not afraid?
I think because of the way he presented himself, even about the drugs, he would tell me, Guti, don't ever try drugs. Yeah, it's not for you. It's meant for people who have money, who can afford it.
He wasn't doing drugs as well, he was
No.
just selling them.
No.
Then you find yourself with this man, staying with him, whom you had 2 daughters with,
Yes.
and you find out he is a drug dealer. It didn't occur to you that this could finish in a very bad way?
At first, I didn't think like that. I was just thinking, Guti, this is my way out, and I'm going to live the life and just do whatever. It was just an easy life where I don't have to work, where I don't have to go to school, where I don't have to do much.
So again, you left school.
Yes.
How you stayed in this situation for 4 years, more or less, from 18 to 22.
No.
How long did you stay with him?
I stayed with him until 2020.
But how many
How
years?
old were you then when you,
I was 18 when I stayed with
Yes,
him,
then
and
when
then I was
until?
30.
Wow, well, quite long.
You stayed with him for many
A long
years.
time, eh?
Staying in the same situation. He was selling drugs. You were there, you never tasted drugs. What happened that you got apart?
What happened that we got apart is when like COVID came. Yes, when COVID came, and then it was there, me and my 2 children, and he had his own, I came to the church. I came to the church. When I came to the church, I started to learn a lot of things and to pray and all that. And he was very excited also about the church. He would push me to go to church. And then until I stopped now drinking, I stopped now smoking, and I didn't want to live that life anymore. Yeah, that's when we had problems between me and him. Yeah.
So the honeymoon was over.
Yeah, quite a crazy, crazy, crazy story. And I believe there are many who go through that. So we are going to watch, let's see what our book, From Wound to Scar, what it says in chapter 9, Lack in Love. When we make bad choices, sometimes it's because of our background or things that we went through, then we decide to make wrong choices. Sometimes we want to even revenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we trust in luck, and luck is not there,
Like
isn't
in
it?
love.
Place your hand on your forehead and remove that mark. The thing is, women present themselves insecurely, as if they have a mark on their forehead that everyone can see, when they are the ones who show their fragility to others. This is why I invite you to place your hand on your forehead and symbolically remove that mark. This is a symbolic gesture meant to signify that you will stop behaving as if you are permanently damaged goods. Remember, that people will know your story the way you tell it. Even if you don't verbalize it, your body language will speak for you.
We are being given a task here, so let's go. Put your hand on your forehead and remove that mark. It may seem like nothing, just a gesture, but don't rush past this moment, because behind this motion is a message. We walk through life with invisible labels. Not enough, too broken, damaged, and the truth is, no one put them there. We did. Through our silence, through how we carry ourselves, through the way we allow old wounds to speak louder than who we are today. But today, right now, we are choosing to remove it. Not because life magically changed, but because you did. You have told your story from the place of pain long enough. Now, tell it from the place of strength. Yes, your body speaks. So let it speak differently. Let it say, I've been through something, but I'm not what I went through. This is more than just a symbolic act. It's a shift, a decision to show up not as the version marked by insecurity, but as a woman who knows her worth even when no one claps for it. So again, hand on your forehead, remove that mark. You don't need it anymore.
The good is that we are not here to judge, because in the book I write about my wrong choices.
Yes.
Nah? People may think, how did she get into such troubled life so young? There is always a past.
Yes.
There is always a reason.
Yes. Just as yours,
Yes.
your story.
That makes us to go for wrong decisions. And we said in the beginning that our topic of today was rejection. Now, Gugu, walk us back to your childhood, because we could understand that at a very young age you turned into alcohol, partying, relationships. Then you had a long relationship with a drug dealer, but it was not that you just decide one day, that's the kind of life I want. There was a reason in the past.
What triggered everything?
Tell us.
So when I grew up at a very young age, as a little child, my mother died.
How old were you?
I think I was 1 year or 2 years.
Very young.
Yes. So when my mother died, I stayed with my grandmother. When I was 6 years old, then she passed away. Then I
Two
had,
losses.
yes.
At a young age as well, 6 years old.
Then I had to go now and stay with my aunt in Comet. Yes. So while I was living with my aunt there,
The aunt who had discipline.
yes, yes, the aunt who had discipline. Yeah, then there also, it was just like, I was always reminded, Uguti, your mother died like this, your grandmother also died because of you, also things like that.
So they were blaming you for the death of both your grandmother and your mother?
So for my mother, it was not like blame, it was just telling me, Uguti, your mother died in this certain way.
Which way was that?
She died while drinking in a bar, and then she was drugged by a guy, and then the guy killed her.
Oh, sorry.
And they had to remind you about the situation. And you were so young as 6. Then your granny passed away. They blamed you because...
Yeah, because my aunt, I used to pee on the bed when I was small.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
so
wet the bed.
Yes, I used to wet the bed, and then my aunt felt like, Uti, my grandmother used to smother me because she used to wake up, wash the blankets, so things like that were too heavy for her.
So no one realized that certain behavior like this could have been linked to a trauma of not having a mother. They disregarded this and they were blaming you for that, like you're doing this intentionally and you killed your grandmother.
Yes.
And then how would you react to that?
I never reacted, I never had a voice. I always kept to myself, and I just felt like, Uti, I'm on my own.
At the age of 6.
Yes.
And from 6 up to 13, you were staying in their house
Yes,
and being reminded every day.
always.
What would you try to do to compensate?
I think at that age when I was there, I used to just play a lot. I always wanted to be outside playing with my friends. Just
So that you can forget about
Yes.
everything.
What were the feelings that you would carry inside? Would you see yourself as guilty?
I would feel guilty about my grandmother, maybe. It's true what they're saying, things like that. And also I'll be very not want to really socialize with people. I had friends, but even playing with friends, I would always keep a gap. You're not allowed to be happy. You're not allowed to have true joy or to really have someone to trust and to talk to.
How were you in school?
School, maybe most of the time I didn't understand.
You had difficulty in learning.
Difficulties in learning, yeah.
That's why it was easy for you to drop out of school at a young age.
Yes.
How would you see yourself?
I would see myself as not worthy for anything. Like I was a burden for people.
And that made you to turn completely from that shy girl to become the party girl.
Yes.
That was the reason when you had some freedom, you used the freedom as a weapon
Yes.
to compensate.
And also that's why she went with the guy, with the gentleman, even though you were not, you didn't know him that much, but because for him, at least he showed you some love
Yes.
and care, and you said that he was really gentle.
Was he providing for the kids?
Yes.
And you felt that it was good enough?
Yes. It was good enough. That's all. As long as we have that, as long as we have that place where maybe we feel safe, where we're not judged, where we can be ourselves.
Did you feel like he understands he understands you better than your family members?
Yes, and it's funny because sometimes I've even felt like I could take him like my brother or something. Yeah.
Gugu, when you were as young as 6, 7, did you ever desire to die?
Not really.
No.
Not at that age.
Never came to your
Yeah,
mind.
not at that age. I really, maybe because of not understanding really what is to die.
Later on, did you have these thoughts?
Yeah, later on, I used to think like that. Would see how my mother died and left me in this situation.
How old were you when those thoughts started coming to you?
I think I was 10.
As young as 10?
Yes. As young as 10, when I was 10 years old, I could think like that, Uti. Because of hearing all these things, I would think, Uti, but why am I even here?
Were you a sad child?
I was very sad.
So when you turned into party, it was a way to compensate the sadness that you had inside.
Yes.
So while we were there partying, drinking, dancing, going out with the boyfriends, you were okay.
I was okay. I would forget everything.
So it was a coping mechanism.
When you were alone, what were the thoughts?
The thoughts would be regret, Uti, what's going to happen to me? Who am I? What type of life am I living?
But that would not be enough to stop. You would go back.
I would go back again.
Toku, do you see how rejection can damage a child's life?
It can.
And we are not here seated condemning the auntie, 1, 2, for giving freedom, for blaming her, because people don't know how to deal with the situation they have.
Yes.
But also they don't think how that comment, that categorization will damage one's life.
Especially, because your mother is someone you love, or your grandmother is. For example, for me, I loved both my grandmother and my mother because my grandmother treated me like she's my mother. So when something happens to them, for example, they die as hers, and then someone comes and put the blame on you, that kills a child. At that age, you are telling them that your grandmother passed away because you used to wet the bed and she would have to take everything and wash. So you are planting that seed in their mind that at the end of the day, they blame themselves. And then within blaming themselves, they want something to ease that pain, to ease the pain, like to forget about those thoughts that you have planted inside of their minds.
How dangerous it is to have to deal with rejection without having the proper tools.
True.
Because automatically you have wrong perceptions in life. And bottom line, you see yourself as a mistake, as a burden, as a miscarriage. And you still have to live because someone put you in this life. So now you have to live, but you don't find your way, your strength. And unfortunately, you can see today that it led you from one wrong choice to another.
Yes.
You would not see possibility of making right choices and having a proper life.
No, I wouldn't even... I think I didn't even know what is right or what is wrong. It was just me getting by, surviving and things like that.
How your past, your childhood, impacted being a mother?
It was not good. It was not good because sometimes I would also go drink and leave my child behind. And I had the thought already, would say, but my mother used to do this to me, but it didn't matter. Yeah.
Were you overly protective of your daughters?
Very protective. Very protective, especially now, at this time and age right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very hard to even let them go visit because I want them here. Even sometimes they go to their father and they have a sleepover, but I'm at nights waking up and just praying, Guti,
Everything.
nobody comes there who's not supposed to come there, maybe that nothing happens to them.
Because because now the world is more harsher than it was that time, before. So for sure, when you think, if I was doing that before, imagine if I let my kids go, what will happen now?
Now.
Yeah.
Now, I want you to remember when you had your two daughters. Did you feel that you could be a good mother for them?
At first, that time, at that moment.
I want you to go back to those years.
No.
You were young when you had them.
I was young and I didn't know. I didn't think that much, but I wasn't sure if I was going to be a good mother or what.
Did you have a feeling you would not be a good mother? It was a mistake to have them.
It was actually, I was having feelings of, I'm scared. I'm scared, how am I going to do this? Because I don't think I am
Ready for it.
Yes.
What would you tell yourself if you were now that Gugu of 13, 14 years old?
I think I would tell myself a lot. I would tell myself a lot, like that maybe I'm not the mistake, that even though it seemed like people, I don't have anyone behind me, but I'm going to be okay. I need to be strong. I need to push, fight for my life, fight for my future.
Would you tell that girl not to go out to drink and party and get involved with bad guys?
I would scream to that girl and tell her, please don't.
Yeah.
And we made the very same question. What would you tell to your younger version? Let us watch.
Good day, women to women. One thing I wish I would have told my younger self is that don't let people's expectations of the world and people's opinions about the world shape who you are. Because in doing so, I let myself become insecure and very, less confident in myself. And this resulted in me taking time to know who I was within this world. So I wish I had told my younger self that it's okay to be different.
What I wish someone told me when I was young is that I do not need validation from men to know my worth as a woman.
I wish I was told when I was 13 that life becomes more difficult and you face more challenges the older you get, the more challenges and problems you face. And those challenges and problems are not meant to actually break you, but they are actually meant to build you up and make you stronger.
Good afternoon, women to men fam. What I wish I was told when I was young was that I'm capable. I stopped believing in myself at a younger age because of I lacked confidence and I felt low about myself.
Hi, so what I wish I was told when I was young would be it's okay, you don't need to hurt yourself, it will be fine, it's okay, it's part of life, it will get better with time. So yeah, I wish I was told those words.
We have heard their wishes. Now it's your turn. What do you wish someone had told you when you were younger?
It's said that we only tell ourselves what could have gone right after going through suffering and pain. And I think that's the reason why we are here today. Maybe we are the voice to these youngsters there, not to go the wrong way. Look at us and do differently.
True.
No?
That's very true. Because, it's better to learn now than learning after the pain. Because sometimes you want to experience first, then that's when you are going to be like, okay, now I can listen even to my parents. But it's better because sometimes our parents, they know better because they have been through that. As she says that to her kids, she's very protective because she knows what she's been through. So she doesn't want them to go through what she went through.
It's nice to have scars from old wounds, but better would have been if I didn't have any scar.
True.
I would have made the right choices. Fact is, Gugu, you are here because in a certain moment, your life turned around for the best.
Yes.
Now tell us about this moment onward. When we last stopped, you said you start having problems with the father of your daughters.
Yes.
For 12 years you were together in that arrangement, knowing he was doing drugs and all that, but it was okay for you.
Yes.
During COVID, you came to church. What changed?
What changed is that I realized that I didn't have peace. And I realized that I was living a life for other people, not for myself. And also now I also realized that I had children. I wanted better for them. I wanted a better life for them.
Yes.
So when we had problems, me and him, I took a decision not only for myself, but for also my children. Yes. So I decided to live that life. I already now stopped drinking. I already now stopped smoking. But now I needed now to close the chapter also. Because if I'm still staying with my boyfriend, still he's drinking, he's smoking, it's going to be very easy for me to fall back to it.
It's a very risky life because he was doing, it was against the law.
Would he be violent?
Not physically.
But verbally?
But yes.
There is always some sort of abuse.
Yes.
And there are women out there who says, no, at least he's not physical with me. But truth is, he was being abusive because emotionally and verbally he was being abusive. Did you have any situation where you saw you could have gone to jail because of him?
Yes. When the police, they came to the house and then they searched everywhere and then they found drugs there.
You already had kids then?
Not that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you still continue for a few years. And in this day that you realized, this is not life for me. And you said, I'm going to finish with this relationship. What did you do?
I took the decision. I learned a lot from depending on God, placing my trust on Him. Already all my life, I had no one to depend on. So it was very difficult for me to move out of there But I took that step and I asked God to go with me, because all my life I didn't have no one to depend on and no one to provide for me and all that. I already depended on people for so long. So I asked God, Uti, please go with me, provide for me.
You didn't
my
have
children.
education?
Yes.
You didn't have a job?
No.
Even
I had a job that time.
You had a job?
Yes.
You found a job?
Yes, I was working at a preschool.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
But it was not enough for the responsibility you were taking.
It wasn't at all. That's why I made that prayer to God, to ask God, good my God, this is the life that I'm choosing now. This is the life that I'm choosing now, and I'm going to need you to provide for me and my children. Food, shelter, clothing, so that I don't go back to that old life.
So the decision was very tough because all these years you didn't have anyone to provide for you. It's like someone who's been on crutches for a long time. Now you had to let go of the crutches.
But you knew you would be all right because of God.
I knew I was going to be all right. I knew it because it was not me trusting on myself, but it was me depending on God. Like, my God, I'm placing everything on you now. I'm making a decision to live according to your will. To live according to your will, and I believe that when I take this decision, you're going to be with me because it's written in your word. So I took that decision and I left. I was earning a little bit of money, small. It wasn't easy. It was very tough. Even when I got there, the father never wanted to help because of what you thought most you could do it on your own. So now do it. Do it. So I went there, and God has been there with us all the way.
God provided.
All the way.
Gugu, how is your life today?
My life today is a blessing. It's beautiful. It's peaceful. Yeah, and I'm so glad to be where I am right now. Especially having to be a role model to 2 daughters.
How old are they?
The other one is 12, the other one is 7.
Yeah, they understand a whole lot of things.
Yes. A lot. They understand a lot, especially my 12-year-old. She's been through the journey with me. She knows where we come from, and she knows how God has been with us.
Amen. You have made a lot of wrong decisions because of the rejection that started at a very young age. And of course, you would see yourself as a burden, as a mistake, with no future. How do you see yourself today?
I see myself having a bright future. I have a lot of dreams, and I have a lot of things that I want to achieve. I am not a burden for anyone, but I am loved by the true God. Yes, so.
And do you believe you deserve this beautiful future?
I believe so. I believe so.
Yeah. What would you tell to someone who's still struggling because of the roots, the marks, the wounds of rejection? Think about they are watching you. And I think it's perfect because when you decided to leave, when you understood you had value and you had a purpose, you didn't have financial means. And there are many who say, I'm going to stay in this situation because I don't have where to go. When you made the decision, when you saw yourself differently, your financial condition was not a pro or con. You looked at your decision. So there are women out there who still are living out of those scars, not scars, wounds. Wounds and making wrong decisions. What would you tell them right now?
I would tell someone there, outside there, who's living the life that I used to live, that you need to first love yourself. Love yourself, know yourself, and also trust in God. He's not going to fail you. He's not going to lie to you. He's not those people that promised you all these things and then couldn't meet up with them. But make also the decision. You need to take the decision. You need to stand up and want it and fight for it. Yes.
Now, adding on to what she said, I wanted to tell you what God not would, but will tell you. Something that probably God had already told her, reason why she had the courage. God told me. That's why I had the courage to turn my life around. And I want you to hear God's voice, not my voice, because right now He is talking to you. You had her words, and now you're going to have the words of God. We read like this, and God will wipe away every tear from their eyes. There shall be no more death, no sorrow, no crying. There shall be no more pain, for the former things have passed away. Then he who sat on the throne said, Behold, I make all things new. And he said to me, Write, for these words are true and faithful. I'm quoting you a passage of Revelations. The fact that it's talking about eternal life, it starts here. What God is this that would only promise peace eternally, but would not be with His chosen, with His children, in a moment of need, of pain and sorrow. It is in the end of Revelations, chapter 21:6, but that is made new today. The same God who said He will make all things new, He did it in my life, He did in Gugu's life, He did in the life of many women out there who are testifying. You are no different. God wants to make something new because His words are true and faithful. And if you give Him a chance and you decide to see yourself through His eyes, leaving aside the rejection that maybe took you to so many wrong decisions that you are still crying out today. You are suffering from those decisions. And those decisions made you to see yourself even worse than before. Convinced you that really you don't have a future. But God is here telling you through the life of Gugu, through my life, through the life of many women, that rejection played a role, but He made a transformation in our life. Give Him the chance to do the same for you, because He wants to make everything new. When you look around, you see so much despair. You see so much loss. You see that you don't have condition. Here we are, Gugu, myself, and God telling you, you are chosen. And if you allow, He will do all things new. Toko, how do we conclude not only this program, but the month of July?
Yeah. Yeah, today's conclusion of the matter, what it all means actually. You know, words have power. They have power. Be mindful of your words, especially parents, because sometimes you say things to your kids and then those things, they live in their mind or in their minds. It's like when you have a gun, then you pull the trigger. You can't take back the bullet. Words are like that. Once they are spoken, they will hurt the person. The person might even forgive you for apologizing, but they will never forget what you said to them. So be very mindful of your words and the way you treat people. It doesn't matter even if you are a parent or you are not a parent, or you own a company. The way you treat your employees as well, it's very, very important, because the way you speak with them, because as I said in the beginning, words have power. And also the way you treat them, the way you make them feel. People do not forget how you make them feel, either bad or good. So we have to be very careful, because everything in Gugu's life, it started with the words that were planted in her mind, the words that were said. So you see sometimes that people, when they've gone through rejection is very painful. Rejection is nasty. It can lead you to make wrong decisions. You see that through the rejection she went through, what happened to her? She wasn't afraid anymore, even if she's involved in dangerous activities. So rejection can lead you to make even decisions that are so wild and dangerous to yourself, but you wouldn't even care because you are looking for peace. You are looking for someone who's going to make you feel good because others are rejecting you. So even if the person is dangerous, you are like, he's dangerous, but at least he makes me feel good. He values me, because you push yourself to validate yourself with even dangerous activities. So let us be kind to one another. Everyone, let us be kind to one another, because rejection has a very, very painful impact on people, and it can even destroy them. Because for her, she didn't even attempt suicide. No. What happened, she just went into wrong things. So others, it even pushes them to go and kill themselves. That's how dangerous rejection is. So let us not plant rejection in people's lives.
And right now, I would like to pray for you. Words were given, the testimony was shared, but you are still feeling this pain inside. And the only one who can remove it is our God. So close your eyes and let us pour your heart before Him. Our Lord and our Father, the one who came and rescued my life, the one who came and rescued Gugu's life, Toku's life, and all the life of many who bear testimony of your power. It's your name that we call upon on behalf of women who are watching this program, and right now they are in tears because they heard that is possible. They also received your promise, but they don't know how to deal with the pain that is inside of them. This pain that is leading them to think about suicide, that made them to opt for so many wrong things, and it's like they don't have control. They are in a destructive mode. My Lord, put an end on that right now. Help her, strengthen her to see that there are possibilities out there, even when it seems that there is no way out. With you, there are always not only one, but many ways out. Because of the suffering, the pain, the wounds, we can't see those ways. When we trust on you, even though we still can't see the way, you make it happen. My Lord, I give them in your hands, because I have been through that process. Gugu had been through that process, not knowing where to go, but you brought us this far. Do the same with these women who are paying a dear price for the rejection they did not ask for. They did not bring on themselves. The circumstances in life made her to be rejected, and she is suffering up to now. She doesn't think she deserves. She doesn't think that she has any value. She doesn't dream anymore. But today, my Lord, you will start the transformation and encouraging her to bring about a difference in her life. So I bless them, and I bless already this month of August. Let us not only celebrate strength, but let us live the strength that only you can give. This is what I pray, my Lord. In Jesus' name, amen. And I think it's very proper that we are going to embark the month of August talking about strength. Because we don't know what strength is up until and God gives to us, isn't that? Gugu, thank you very much for coming and sharing your story, because you today become the hope of many who are or who were hopeless at home. It's our pleasure. And now, I don't think there is better invitation than the one we made. August, we are going to draw strength from the women of 1956 and make it to work on our behalf in 2025. Next week, we start together. Until then, God bless you all. Bye-bye.